This is Edinburgh, and in today's video, by popular request, I'm going to give you an insider's perspective on what to do in my amazing hometown. Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Shaun and I'm a YouTuber from Edinburgh in Scotland. The Edinburgh International Festival, the Fringe Festival 2019, is just around the corner. We're talking a matter of weeks now. And I feel, as your favourite Edinburgh vlogger, it is my duty to be showing you all the best things that you should be doing while you come to Edinburgh this year. And a lot of people have asked me for this very thing, the 10 best tips, my tips as a local of all the things you should be doing when you come here. And I get so many comments from people who are coming to Edinburgh who say to me, Shaun, I want to know the best things about Edinburgh. I want to know your local advice, your local tips. So you know what, I'm going to be doing a brand new series launching today, starting with this video, the best tips about Edinburgh from a local, right? I've got 3, 4, 5 different videos planned right now, maybe more in future depending on what you guys want to see, all about the tips of things that you need to do when you come to Edinburgh, because I know it's a very popular destination now. There's so many people from around the world coming here for various different reasons, alright? Starting today's video, I'm going to be telling you the 10 best free things that you can do in Edinburgh. What are the things you can do and see here in Edinburgh totally for free, alright? It is an expensive city, don't get me wrong. And that is precisely why I'm doing this video, because there are a lot of things you can do for free. You can enjoy yourself here, you can see awesome sights without having to spend a penny. So that's what today's video is all about. Thank you so much to everybody for joining in. And if you are new, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down in the bottom corner, and then you will be part of the gang. Hit the notification bell, that's very important as well. And there's really nothing more to say other than let me show you Edinburgh, the 10 best free things that you can do while you're here in the city. And it starts right here behind me, right? This right here is Holyrood Parliament, the Scottish Parliament. A lot of people come here in this particular area, this park, to see the Parliament because it's a special building. That is where the tour starts, right here today. The 10 best free things that you can do in Edinburgh when you visit this city. The Holyrood Parliament building sits within Edinburgh's UNESCO World Heritage Site and was completed and opened in 1994. The Parliament was opened following greater devolved powers being given back to Scotland from Westminster. Now you can actually come to the Scottish Parliament as like a public observer. I wouldn't really waste your time doing that unless you're massively into politics, like coming into Edinburgh and spending your free time listening to politicians yabber on. Doesn't sound like my idea of fun. Anyway, that's the Scottish Parliament. Let's get moving on to the second free thing that you can do in Edinburgh, and to be honest with you, the next thing is about 20 metres from where I'm standing right now. And guys, I'm going to be saving some of my very favourite, my top tips of the free things you can do in Edinburgh until the end of this video. So you're going to want to hang on until the end, right? But the next free thing I want to talk about, aside from looking at the Parliament, starts here in front of Holyrood Palace. Every city has a main street. Edinburgh actually has two in both the new and the old part of town. But the high street proper is known as the Royal Mile and is a must visit for anyone coming to Edinburgh. So that there behind me, right, is Holyrood Palace. That is where the Queen lives when she's here in Edinburgh, and that is an attraction that actually costs a lot of money to go and see, so it doesn't count towards today's video. That'll be for another video, right, Holyrood Palace. Today's video is about the free things that you can do in Edinburgh. Starting at Holyrood Palace and ending way up there at Edinburgh Castle is the Royal Mile. This is one of the most important, historically important and most beautiful streets, not just in Edinburgh but of all of Scotland. And this is an absolute must. If you visit Edinburgh, you need to come to the Royal Mile, this street right up here behind me. Let's go for a wee walk and I'll show you some of the best sights away up this street. I'm not sure if it's exactly a mile long, I think it must be, it's the Royal Mile. What I will say, it's all uphill from here, so if you start at the palace and walk up to the castle, it is quite strenuous to get to the top, right? A long walk, all uphill, but it's worth it. The Royal Mile is the city's historic centre, with some of the buildings dating back to the 12th century. One of the awesome things about the Royal Mile is like you just turn off and there's all these amazing historic closes. This one's getting renovated, so it's a bit modern looking, but as soon as I turn this corner right here, you'll get to see the original stonework. And like you can just explore these closes all day long right off the Royal Mile. So many cool places. It would literally take you a day to go up and down all the closes of the Royal Mile, explore them, see what's in them. Some of them have shops, some of them have restaurants and bars. It's just, you know what, it's just a cool area of town, the Royal Mile. But anyway, I'm going to take you right now a little bit further up the hill to the castle. So this is where the Royal Mile effectively ends, right? And it does look different at this time of year right now because we're getting ready for the Edinburgh Festival, the Fringe and the military tattoo. So as you'll notice around me, they've turned it into a bit of a stadium, right here in front of the castle, which is behind me. They've got a stage there. Paul Weller actually played there last night. But you can still come up here a walk during the day and go right up to the front of the castle where the Royal Mile finishes. And that's it, we're at the very end of the Royal Mile. This is Edinburgh Castle here behind me. You can still go through those gates right there across the drawbridge for free without paying if you want to, right? Just have a wee peek around. But just as soon as you go through those doors, there's like a ticket barrier thing. But yeah, the top of the Royal Mile. Well worth a walk and an exploration if you are in Edinburgh. For sure, one of the top things to do. Alright, so, of all the free things you can do in Edinburgh, probably one of my favourite things that I always recommend is to go for a walk through Princess Street Gardens. It's absolutely amazing down here, especially at this time of year. Right below the castle, there's some music and stuff going on behind me. It's just an awesome spot to come and spend a few hours in Edinburgh, right in the city centre. You can see from down here, you get a great view of the castle right there up in the hill behind me. You know what as well, on days like this when the weather is like it is now, I think Edinburgh city centre is unbeatable. Look at that view with the castle there behind me, the waterfall. It's just absolutely gorgeous right here in the gardens, Princess Street Gardens. Now, I couldn't talk about the free things you can do in Edinburgh without mentioning our museums, right? There are a lot of public museums and they are very, very good and worthwhile of you checking out. And guess what? Here in Scotland, and in fact I think all of the UK and London as well, they are totally free. You can donate if you want, but to get in there and see everything that's in there, this is the National Museum of Scotland. It is massive inside there, it is beautiful. Such a great building in there. It's got dolly the sheep, exhibitions on all different types of stuff that you're going to enjoy. I used to love this museum as a kid because of all the animal stuff, and it's just very, very worthwhile checking out if you come here to Edinburgh. Other museums you might want to check out if you're here, totally for free. The National Portrait Gallery, well worth a visit, just down the road over there. Then there's also the Museum of Modern Art as well. There was just an exhibition about Andy Warhol there quite recently as well, so there are a lot of museums to choose from, at least 3 here in Edinburgh that are totally free and worthwhile you guys checking out if you come to Edinburgh. Top tip, free Edinburgh, come and see the museums, you won't have to pay a penny. Alright, now this free thing that you can do in Edinburgh, come to the graveyard. It's a bit of a strange one because why would you come to a graveyard, right? There's actually a couple of good reasons you'd come to this graveyard. And as it's a public graveyard, it is free, you can just wander in here anytime you want. The two main reasons you would come to this graveyard, right, as a tourist attraction, is first of all, Harry Potter fans. Here in Greyfriars Kirkyard, J.K. Rowling spent a lot of time on our lunch breaks having coffee and wandering around, and she got inspiration from a lot of the tombstones. This ancient graveyard has got thousands and thousands of names, old names of people, right? And J.K. Rowling took inspiration from a lot of the names for her Harry Potter books. And in fact, a lot of the names, the big characters in Harry Potter, you can find the names around this graveyard. So that's the one main reason that you would come to this graveyard for free. It's a public graveyard, you can just walk in here anytime you want. Second reason you would want to come to Greyfriars Kirkyard is that it is one of the most haunted places in all of the world. There are a few famous ghost stories about this place. You can research all about them. You can do your own private investigations. As I say, this place is just open. However, I would recommend, actually, although I said this is free, because it is free just to walk in here and do some exploring, it's quite a pretty place to take some photos right here in the city centre of Edinburgh as well. But I would actually recommend, if you want to really know about the ghost stories, is you do a paid tour. And then you'll really find out about some of the scary stuff that happens here. But yeah, Greyfriars Kirkyard, two main reasons you want to come here: the ghost stories and Harry Potter. Also, there's a school just over the back wall there, you can see it if you get closer, that is one of the main inspirations for Hogwarts as well. So a lot of Harry Potter fans come here. As you can see, there's a tour of people just up there behind me. But thinking about pop culture, Harry Potter and other films and movies and stuff that have been going on in Edinburgh, that brings me on to my next free thing that you can do right here in Edinburgh. Pop culture, films, filming locations, because there's a lot of them that have popped up in Edinburgh over the last few years, as shows like Outlander have taken advantage of the glorious city of Edinburgh for doing some filming. So I'm going to take you next to some of the amazing filming locations we've got right here in the city that you can visit for free. And guys, if you want to know more about some of the ghosts that live in this graveyard, Greyfriars Kirkyard, do me a favour, go back through my channel. I did a series called Spooks, and on one of the episodes I visited this place where some really creepy stuff happened. I will put a link up above now so you can go and check out that video. This place is haunted. If you're into the paranormal, you'll want to come and visit Greyfriars Kirkyard. Alright guys, so a growing number of people are coming to Scotland because of things they have seen on television or in the movies, right? This is a trend, and we have got a lot to be thankful for here in Edinburgh for the massive surge in tourism. To Outlander, Diana Gabaldon, and the people who made the show Outlander, the series on TV. I've done a lot of videos on my channel all about Outlander, touring the filming sites, talking all about the series and doing reviews and stuff. There's so many videos all about Outlander on my channel. Go back through and see some of those. I'll put a link up above where you can check out some of those videos, right? But it's a fact, right? Here in Edinburgh, so many people are actually coming, not just Edinburgh, but also the rest of Scotland, thanks to the filming of Outlander. And right now, I'm in one of the key filming locations for season 3. Because right now, I'm in Bakehouse Close, which was the print shop, an iconic filming location in Outlander, and a place that you can come and visit for free, because I know a lot of you guys watching are going to be Outlander fans, and a lot of people come to Scotland are Outlander fans now. So, like, it's one of the things you're going to want to do when you come here is to visit the many filming locations, and I highly recommend you take your time to learn about some of the filming locations here in Edinburgh and come and visit them. Like I said, it's a free thing to do, and there are so many of them right here in the city, not just Outlander, other things as well. For example, Avengers. I'll show you one of the Avengers filming locations in a bit later on, but right now, let me show you Bakehouse Close, an iconic Edinburgh filming location for Outlander. Don't know if you know, in Outlander, when the print house got set on fire, right? Fergus, Jamie and the guys were all sat here on the wall behind me. What a scene. What a season that was as well. From Outlander to superhero films. Further up the hill, right here on Coburn Street, this cafe right here behind me played a starring role in the film Avengers. You might not recognise it because it's very different right now from how it was in the film, but it's another filming location you can find right here in the city of Edinburgh.
The Dean Village is one of those places that needs to be seen to be believed. Smack bang in the middle of Edinburgh city centre and under the Dean Bridge lies this tranquil village within the city. The Dean Village is located on the banks of the Water of Leith, a river running right through the heart of Edinburgh. This is a must visit on your next trip to the city.
So I know it looks like I'm still right in the middle of the city. Technically speaking, I'm still in Edinburgh. Kind of, right? And this, what I'm about to show you, is one of the top things I suggest you do in Edinburgh for free. And you might think this is odd, okay? A lot of people don't believe me when I say this, but there are amazing beaches in Edinburgh, right? And Portobello, the one I'm about to show you, is our city centre beach. And I highly recommend that you guys come and check out if you are in Edinburgh during the summertime. It is one of the top things you can do in the city for free, alright? It has to go on this list, the top 3 things to go in Edinburgh. The sun's even come out, perfect. There's a lot of people down here, it's busy. And this place does get busy in the summer because like a lot of locals know about this place and we all come. So if you're in Edinburgh and it's a nice day, come and check out the beach, I highly recommend it, alright? It's just here in front of me.
Before cheap air travel was a thing, Portobello Beach was a bustling hub for the city of Edinburgh, and thousands of people used to descend on the small resort every weekend to enjoy the amusement parks and bathe in the ocean. After years of neglect, the beach is making a comeback and is once again a great place to spend a sunny day in the capital. From down at sea level, I'm now taking you up high to somewhere where you can get a spectacular panoramic view of the entire city of Edinburgh. Alright, so one of the most iconic things about Edinburgh is our amazing green spaces right in the middle of the city, right in the city centre. A very unique feature of Edinburgh is our hills, and we actually have 5 of them here in Edinburgh, right? And I've picked out 2 of the 5 to put in today's top 10 list of the 3 things for you guys to do right here in Edinburgh, because I think they're both very much worth you guys visiting and hiking up if you're here in the city. And the first of the 2 hills I'm going to be putting in today's video, here behind me, is Colton Hill. What I like about Colton Hill is it is literally a couple hundred metres away from Princes Street, the city centre. The castle's just over there. I think Colton Hill, of all the hills in Edinburgh, gives you the best view of Edinburgh city centre from any location in this city. Colton Hill, number 1, is the spot that you need to come to get the best views of Edinburgh. And I tell you what as well, if there's any fireworks occasions in Edinburgh, I would also say that Colton Hill is the best place to come to watch fireworks in Edinburgh, because it's right in the city centre, literally a couple hundred metres that way. It's Princes Street. That is Edinburgh city centre, right there. That's the old town. The Royal Mile just behind there leading up to Edinburgh Castle, right there. Princes Street right down below me. So iconic. What a great view of Edinburgh. This is a picture postcard version of Edinburgh from this vantage point. This has to be, absolutely must be on anyone's top 10 list of the best free things to do while you're here in Edinburgh. Come to Colton Hill. It is beautiful, it's special, a lot of green space, as you can see behind me. And you just, like I said, you just get such amazing views of the city. But there's another hill that you absolutely must 100% visit if you come to Edinburgh. It's so iconic. It is the heart and soul of what this city is, right? And this is probably the most significant and obvious free place that you need to visit if you are coming or if you're in Edinburgh, right? If you come to Edinburgh, just look up and you will see this. This is Arthur's Seat, the famous volcanic hill right here in the city centre of our city. It is beautiful. It's not that high to hike, right? I think 250 metres, which is doable. The view from up there, let me tell you, is absolutely spectacular, and it's just a nice walk, a nice park to come through. And as I said, one of the best places you can walk for free in Edinburgh, one of the most glorious sights you can find in the middle of a city like Edinburgh. Amazing. It's a great shame that this path right here behind me is closed because of rockfall, because actually this is one of the places I would suggest everybody actually go for a walk, is the crags which are there behind me, which is this kind of cliff face that goes all the way across in front of Arthur's Seat. It's very, very famous, iconic Edinburgh, the image of the crags, right? But because of rockfall you just can't go up there right now, which is such a shame, but there you go. I would have told you that that is one of the top spots to come in Edinburgh right now, along the crags. You can, if you're a daredevil, go across the top, right? It's a glorious, glorious view from the crags as well. If you've made it to the end of this video, you are a hero. Thank you for the support. Please consider becoming a Patreon member of mine for exclusive content and to help support my channel.